Some motivators, man. Check my man's out. Like,
Yeah,
I'm with
exactly.
it.
Yo, got the cash all out.
Yo, he underground. I'm like, damn, man.
Like, get like him, shit.
This underground shit, yeah, man. I mean, I'm fresh too, but shit, I ain't counting
ain't like that. Yeah. You doing something right.
Yeah, man.
Open pool with no lifeguard, we jump off of tables, Geronimo flipping. Children with no supervision, just running amok from a leaf to Mo City. Graduated from jumping off tables, now we just jump off of stages. From landing back flips on my neighbors to ripping up tracks while I'm flipping the cadence. Since 6 was my age, I knew I was center the brain, significant changes. The additional blessings to do what I love while I get to these racks and fillet it. All in the wrist, snapping so perfect with the rotation switch. Authentic with no plan to switch, although I've been witnessing faking lately. Refusing maneuvering with things and people that are more of a nuisance. It's backwards and foolish, allowing influences to ruin who you is. That's the truth if you never knew it, or a rapper told you all they lying. It's better music on a beat, I'ma tell it to you. To the beat to the left and my chest is muted, nigga. Ain't no sense in me lying. If I try to hide it, you find out about it. Ain't no sense in me lying.
All right, welcome everybody. We have the common interest. First off, we got a couple in-house things. Before we start, I gotta give a special shout out to a special lady of mine. It's our anniversary today. Shout out to Taylor B. Edwards. Yeah, I don't know how long we've been dating. I'll be honest with you, but you know, when the love is there, it's like who counts about the time? Who cares? Who cares? But first off, we got FlygerWoods here.
What's happening?
Appreciate you coming out, man. I'm looking forward to this interview.
No doubt.
Okay, so here at the common interest, we start everything off with you hit us with a rewind. That's to tell us a little bit about yourself, how you got involved in music, and how you got here today.
Man, so again, those who have never heard of me, I'm FlygerWoods. Started rapping about 15 years ago. I originally put out music under the name Airborne, and I was rapping as Airborne from about 2008 up until 2014.
What inspired the name, if you don't mind me asking?
Yeah, for sure. So after rapping for a while, you know, I submitted my music to an A&R, and he dug it, but he just felt like the name could be more, I guess.
Okay.
And, you know, I was feeling like I was sort of growing out of that persona, which Airborne was. As Airborne, I was a straight backpacker, you know, lyricist. I wasn't even opening myself to like the different genres of rap necessarily. I was one of those guys, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
And as time kind of grew on, as I started living more and seeing more, you know, that kind of changed. However, I still did want to be lyrical, just more relatable. And so I thought of the name FlygerWoods, and when I said it to my friends for the first time, their reaction was wild. You know what I'm saying?
It's a hard name. It's definitely eye catcher.
Yeah, and so I'm like, well, somebody has to use this already. Like, this can't just be open. And at the time I Googled it, no one was using it. So I was like, all right, let me go ahead and just,
right.
You know what I'm saying, take that and run with it. So I've been rapping as FlygerWoods from 2014 and up.
Ain't nothing wrong with a rebrand.
Absolutely.
Yeah, you gotta do it.
Absolutely.
It's a nice name. It's a nice name.
Thank you.
But yeah, go ahead and continue. My bad.
Oh no, that was pretty much it. So once, you know, I made that name change, I began to kind of take a different approach to my music. I was able to make it more relatable, as opposed to just giving you a bunch of rhymes that sounded great.
Right.
But, you know, when you break it down, as I was telling you, the homie here earlier, man, like when you break it down, it's just kind of a feeling of like, all right, so what am I really saying?
Yeah,
you know,
that's what that lyrical, spiritual stuff. It's like it sounds cool, it sounds hard, but like again, what are you saying?
Yeah,
sure.
And like, man, the older you get, man, the more you realize that, and the older that the people that are listening to you get, they need that because they're living, and you know, so
we had a conversation about that the other day. Like,
word, man.
Yeah.
So that's where we are today with it, you know.
Okay, that's what's up. So, you tell us a little backstory about how you got your name and everything. So, I've been seeing this around. What is FWM?
Ah man, so it's my brand.
Okay.
It stands for FlygerWoods Music, but
Okay.
it encompasses everything I do. You know, my music releases, my merch, just visuals, just everything that I do is under that brand,
Okay.
FWM.
Okay, cool. That's dope. I didn't think that. I don't know why I didn't like put that together, but it's I like it. It's very like I don't know, the letters go together. I guess because you have that bold. It's like italic or something. I don't know.
Yeah, the Men in Black font. You know what
Oh,
I'm
that's
saying?
it. Is okay. Yeah, 'cause I knew it stood out for some reason. Like that font is always just like it's very nice. Okay, dope.
And
dope.
of course, you know, people use FWM for another, you know, meaning as well. But hey, you know, if that's what brings you to FlygerWoods Music,
Right.
by all means, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I feel it. All right, so you had your first project I want to talk about is MMNIT. What does that stand for?
So yeah, that was my second album I dropped in 2018. MMNIT stands for My Middle Name is Tyrone.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. So what were you trying to accomplish with this project and when you dropped it?
So with My Middle Name is Tyrone, it was me just really digging into more vulnerable places in my life and just speaking on more life experiences. I dropped my first album as FlygerWoods. It was a self-titled album, FlygerWoods, back in 2016. And with that album, you know, really good songs in there. It was more so, I guess, one dimension of FlygerWoods. It was just the cool, fly, you know, always in a good mood Flygger. Whereas opposed to My Middle Name is Tyrone was more so giving you every aspect of me. You know, I spoke about things, you know, that I hadn't even thought about, or like wounds I hadn't even opened up since years, you know.
Right.
And you know, it was just more of a personal album and more of something that really lets you know who the person is that is rapping as FlygerWoods, which is Anthony Tyrone Williams.
Okay.
You know, my real name, you know.
Okay, cool. With the cover art, was that actually a photo of you?
Yeah, that was a photo of myself and my father, whose middle name is Tyrone as well.
Okay, that's what's up.
Yeah.
Generation middle name, that's what's up.
Yeah.
That's right, I got that too, yeah. But yeah, that's cool. So, I didn't listen to the FlygerWoods EP. I'm gonna have to definitely check that out because now hearing that backstory, I'm definitely gonna have to. I want to listen to it chronologically now, just to hear the growth.
Yeah, for sure.
But my name is Tyrone. So many ways I can go with this, man. All right. First, okay, I'm gonna ask you, who did the video for Back to Back? That was nice.
Oh man, the homies at Evesboro Films, my homie OG Danny Ocean, and the homie Things with Todd, who actually is the producer for the Light of Day EP.
Okay.
Yeah, they did that.
Okay.
And my manager, shout out to Rory Pabon, she also, you know, was production manager on, you know, on the video as well.
That's what's up. That's what's up. And with the other video, what was it? The Make My Day. Yes. That was hard. Did he produce that as well?
No. So another friend of ours, Vin Lowe, he shot that video.
Okay. Okay. Was that kind of Kill Bill inspired or Quentin Tarantino inspired?
Yeah.
Okay.
So you caught that? Yeah.
That was tight.
Yeah, we wanted to give it one of those Western / Tarantino feels.
Yeah.
The actual Make My Day is a term that, of course, Clint Eastwood used as Dirty Harry. So that's where you get the gun visuals and everything. Yeah, but yeah, man, I really love Quentin Tarantino films and how they're shot. So we wanted to give y'all something of that nature.
No, I definitely felt it. It was cool. I kind of got like that and a little like some like Wu-Tang-esque a little bit too.
Yeah, man. Yeah, that's what's up, man. Yeah. We did our job there.
Yeah, that's what you was looking for?
Yeah,
cool.
Man.
No, that was tight. I like that.
We definitely wanted to try to push the envelope a little bit from, what my previous videos were, and just as a rap video period.
Right.
You know,
No,
you
of
can
course.
really do a lot with a rap video. You know,
most definitely. That's what again, visuals is all that's in right now. You gotta push that.
absolutely.
Do you know about Spotify Canvas?
Spotify Canvas, lace me with that.
Okay, so basically it's on Spotify. You know when you do you have Spotify?
Absolutely.
Okay, so yeah, when you stream with it, you know how they got the animation in the background, the music plays, right? That's what that is, Spotify Canvas. So you can look into that. You go Spotify.com/canvas, and that's where you can kind of check that out, and so you can actually put your visuals on there for that. So get your views up.
Because I've definitely noticed artists doing that.
Yeah. Because I thought at first it was like a big artist thing at first. Because the first person I seen do it was J. Cole from Middle Child, and then after that I seen a lot more artists keep going more
I saw
with
2 Chainz do it for his last album.
Yeah. So that's the thing that's in now. Even if you can't do it for like don't want to do it for the whole album, you can do it for your singles and everything. Whichever you want to push. So that definitely helps promotion. And like again, you got those 30 seconds. That's all you need to use. So that definitely helps.
For sure.
So with your with the locations for your videos, do you scout those, or do the videographers scout those out?
Videographers and my manager also, she scouts those.
That's
as well,
tight, yeah, because they're really dope spots.
Yeah.
I can't remember what video it was I was looking at, but it was so dope. Dang, what was it? It was the one you was driving around. It was like you was driving around Houston. It was like you was in a hood, and it's just like, I don't know, it's like the filter they had on the video, they got like the old school look feel, and then like I had like the where it kind of skips out, and like it's an old recording type thing.
Yeah.
You know what video I'm talking about?
Was it a shorter one?
Yes.
Okay, so that was the MMNIT trailer you're probably talking about.
Yes.
Did it start on like a dirt road?
Yes.
So that was the MMNIT trailer. Okay. And the song that was playing was 10 on 12, which is the intro track to that album.
Okay, yeah. No, that was hard. I like that.
Yeah, man.
That sounded like it looked like a beginning to like a movie or something. Like I like it. Yeah, definitely sure. Great quality. Definitely great quality. So, what was your first paid gig like performing? Because I know I should have been better at this. I should have wrote down what song it was, but I forgot to do that. But what song was you said that you got your first paid gig? Or you start getting paid from your gigs? I mean,
my first paid gig. Well, officially, what is the first paid gig? I've done a lot of. I would say back in 2016.
Okay.
After I released the first album, FlygerWoods, that's when I really, was able to do shows and, have them be paid shows.
Okay.
Before that, I had, done a few shows, and maybe one or two of them I might have gotten paid, but it was never like an official, agreement necessarily. Yeah. It was more so just a kind gesture, Yeah,
I feel it.
Yeah.
That's tight. So, that's progression. That's what's up. That's what you get trying to get to, is getting money from your actual craft and being able to fund your ventures off of it. So that's what's up.
Yeah, but at the same time, like I say, I've done a lot. I've done a lot of free shows, and it's not even it's not even like a complaint or bad thing for me. I really enjoy performing. Right. Yeah, it is good to get compensated, because I definitely put a lot in my performances. I work out, I make sure that, my energy is up, because when I'm performing, it's besides the hook and maybe the ad-libs, it's actually me up there rapping.
Right.
So if I'm like out of it, or if I can't remember my rhyme, y'all are going to know that, because there's no backup vocals protecting me, you know.
No, that's facts. That's a lot of a lot of artists stepped away from that. They just let the music actually just play for them and everything. Yeah. But also, I feel like it also depends on the artist as well.
Yeah.
You have to know your lane, but the breath control is definitely important too. Yeah, you gotta have that.
It's more so, if you're more so of a chant artist, that the words are not really what you know, draws people to your music and it's more of the melodies and the beats, then it's cool. I get that. But when you're someone like myself who, you know, is giving you bars,
right? You
know, most music fans or rap fans like myself, if I'm drawn to an artist because they're giving me bars, when I go to a live show, I expect to hear that.
Right.
And when I'm hearing them rap over their tracks, it kind of is a disappointment, you know, because it's like, well, you know, what, like, are your raps just, you know, engineered, or like, is it really you? You know, so what's the difference? You know, so I just try to make sure that I give people that when they come out and see me, so that they know this is really me with this pen, you know, doing my thing.
Now you can definitely tell the way you write. It's very, it's thought out. I can tell you're putting your effort into it.
Thank you.
Because your stage performance is really good. Because I watched the where was it? At the So Far Studios, the performance in Austin. Check that out. That was really nice. It was like you got a little bit of everything. You did a little bit from both albums, right? From MMIT. And
So I did at the time, Light of Day wasn't out yet, but I just wanted to preview a few records. So some of those were definitely from MMNIT, but then I gave them a little, you know, bit of Light of Day as well.
Okay, cool. Yeah, that was really dope. Like how you did the what is it? Riding Cruising Part 2. You did the acapella for that one, right?
So check it out. All right, so if you listen to the FlygerWoods album, the self-titled one, Riding Cruising Part 1 is on there.
Okay.
And so I wrote Riding Cruising Part 1 back in like 2013 or 2014. And then I wrote a Part 2 not too far after that. Part 2, the beat that I was, you know, supposed to rap over for that, that beat itself was just not great, so it was always an acapella. So before I did the official Riding Cruising Part 2, that was always like something I would give my audience when I did my live shows. The beauty in that is, however, once, you know, I linked up with Todd to, you know, begin to work on what would become Light of Day, the Riding Cruising Part 2 beat, you know, as soon as I heard that, it was like, okay, we got one.
Right.
And so the hook is the same, but the first verse is, you know, the verses are new. The verses are newer and up to date. But, you know, at that show, because it was such an intimate show, it allowed me to give them that before, you know.
Right.
And I think I might still incorporate that acapella, because over the years, a lot of people loved it. And some people would even ask, yo, so is that ever gonna come out? And now it's finally out, you know, so they can ride around to it.
Nah, that's definitely tight. That's like your constant fans that come and see you perform, like that's something they can look forward to every time. That's tight.
Because that acapella was nowhere else but on stage.
Right.
You know?
Yeah, no, that was really dope. And I like how you did the transition into the next track you played. That was like, I seen you was doing it yourself, and I was like, okay, you did this some stuff. If DJ was behind him, he'd have been killing the shit. Like, you know, had the lights going, like all that, bro. Stage presence is definitely there.
Appreciate you.
That's really nice. So, all right, we're gonna get into the Light of Day EP.
Cool.
What inspired that?
Man, so, you know, again, me and Todd were just working on a project like around mid to the end of 2018. The record was originally finished around this time last year, and we originally planned on dropping it the summer of last year. Those plans kind of didn't get to work out, so instead, you know, I decided to put out Riding Cruising Part 2 and Impalas and LeSabres as singles. And, you know, we were just kind of going to shelf the rest of the project, you know. But, you know, I began working on other projects that y'all are going to hear this year. And, you know, it was just kind of one of those things that I just happened to go back and listen to the records that hadn't been put out, and I'm just like, man, like, these are still dope records. And I know that, we're not necessarily going to be able to do things as we originally planned. But I would still want people to be able to hear this and just to have it in my catalog. So that's really why it's called Light of Day, because, you know, at the end of the day, you know, we didn't, you know, if these records just happen to go platinum or whatever, however that is counted, now that we're in the streaming era, cool.
Right.
But, you know, we didn't really care to make up another elaborate plan or rollout. This was strictly so that people can listen to these records.
Okay.
And so they can literally do that and see the light of day. So, you know, we just decided to kind of just put it out there as a quick strike. I'm glad that so far people have gravitated towards it. You know, people like yourselves who heard it and, you know, reached out. Like, that's really dope, because there was no expectation of anything. I just wanted y'all to be able to hear these songs and vibe to them while I'm in the process of giving y'all newer, you know, projects.
Okay. That's dope. That's really dope. I like that. It's interesting because me listening to MMNIT and listening to Light of Day, I was like, something was different. It was definitely like a different, like I could tell the drive was different. Like MMNIT sounds like way more personal to me. And I actually prefer that album better than the Light of Day. But with Light of Day, I can tell you have like almost like a, what's the word? I want to say, maybe I'm thinking like solemn maybe or something like it's almost like, okay, now that I got that out, I kind of found my center a little bit. Like I can I can move forward, and it seemed like, again, like with Light of Day, I don't like it as much as MMNIT, but I definitely feel like the progression is there, and like your drive is different.
Appreciate that.
Yeah,
man.
No, it's definitely dope. So I want to ask you, what did I want to ask you? I can't remember the question. Damn, that was a good segue, man. I've messed it up.
It's all good, man. It's all good.
Okay, so what did you feel like you had to improve or prove to yourself from that time to Light of Day? And even honestly, moving forward with your next project that you're dropping.
That's a good question.
Thank you.
Honestly, at the time of making that, I think the only thing I really needed to prove to myself was the ability to, you know, increase my work ethic and, you know, give y'all another one, you know. And just, you know, the ability, and, you know, I look at myself as one of the best, you know, as far as rappers.
As you should.
And so, in order to really, you know, claim something like that, you know, I have to be as up to date and as frequent as my, you know, my peers. So that was really that. And honestly, Light of Day was, you know, after dropping such a personal project as MMNIT, Light of Day was really just a collection of experiences that I had after putting that out.
Okay.
Things that I had to just really be honest about, things that I realized that, you know, I may have not wanted to be honest about, but I just had to, you know, because it's like sometimes things will show themselves, or even people will show themselves to you. People will show themselves to you. It could be friends, it could be family, it could be whoever. And, you know, as I said in Be Happy, naive, I believe that everyone is like me and want to do the right thing, like Spike Lee. You know, I'm the type of person that, you know, I see the best in everyone. I see the best in every situation, or I try to.
Right.
And it just kind of got to a point I had to just kind of take my blinders off and just be real, you know, be honest. And so it's rawness in Light of Day, you know, and that's what I just had to rap about, because these were things that I was learning, but some of these things, some of these principles and subjects that I rapped about were things that I realized I had to start living by. You know, like the last record, you know, No Sense, like that's real. You know what I'm saying? There's really no sense in lying, because whatever you hiding will come out to the light. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And
layers, man. Check the layers.
Yeah. So, you know, it was really just, you know, I guess another thing I can say I was proving to myself, it not even necessarily proving to myself, but I was giving myself more to live by currently.
Okay.
You know, MMNIT was kind of opening that Band-Aid and just letting that you know, wound heal. And light of day was, you have this knowledge, now it's time to apply, like really apply it and move forward in the new day, you know.
I like it. Yeah.
This
man's talking about his project and low-key kind of preaching to it at the same time.
No, but I appreciate that question, because that really, you know, that's one of those questions that really, you know, I really had to just really think and just be straight up about.
No, I feel it. That's what we want here. We want that honesty. We want that rawness, because again, that's what's gonna get you the plays and the views. Like that's what the music is gonna translate to the people. It's like it's gonna express in those raw emotions, the stuff that people don't want to say. Like that's what you do it for, man. That's where the real passion is at. That's where the real love is at. Because if again, it's the way people are now. They're so more self-aware. Like it's easy to tell when you're not really saying what you don't believe in. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So again, if you practicing what you preach, and when you're saying it, you actually mean it, it's going to show. And of course, it's also gonna transcribe into your own life moving forward. Of course. Words have power.
And it's not always an easy thing, you know. But
it's not.
You know, it's just like you say, it's really just about self-awareness and just about being honest with, you know, you know, with yourself, with others, and you know, just. I had to really learn how to hold myself accountable, you know, in between MMNIT and creating Light of Day, like, and that's not. It's a really humbling thing, you know. It's something that your ego doesn't always agree with, but yeah, you gotta be able to hold yourself accountable and hold others accountable, and know that it's okay to do that, you know.
That's one of the things adulting most people don't have down pat yet, is holding themselves accountable.
Yeah.
That goes with anything. Like literally anything.
Yeah, man.
Just like I said, I was late. Hit you up, let you know I was late. You know what I'm saying? That's all you're accountable. Like, but you came on time. You was accountable for coming on time.
Yeah.
So all that stuff with that. You know, it's communication. That's the biggest thing. People got to communicate with each other, because that helps a lot.
Absolutely. And I've been late before, so you know, part of me coming on time is just trying to improve what you know, something I may have been lacking, and it's okay to say that. But, you know, you don't want to lie or deny it. You know.
Exactly. That's when things get worse, when you start lying and dying in it. You don't want to lie in your own shit, man.
Nah, man, nah.
Yeah, you gotta do better. You gotta want more. But no, that's really dope. I like the message you sent off with that. That was a great like commercial for your project, for sure. I feel like if people wasn't trying to listen after hearing that, you gotta want to listen, man.
For sure, man. For
that's
sure.
really tight.
Trust me, everything I'm saying is in there. Yeah, I can hear that. You know.
Okay. So, what can we expect next? When you say you have a couple projects in the work. Anything you can drop to us for as exclusive?
Absolutely. So the very next thing I have up, I am releasing a joint project
nice.
with some homies, Vontae Heights, who's another dope MC. You know, y'all should definitely check him out. He's gonna come up.
For sure.
That project is fully produced by my homie Scott Falls. And then I have
cool name.
Scott Falls, Vontae Heights, FlygerWoods is dope. How that all just kind of coincides.
Yeah, like it's all like heights and like, you know, new levels type shit. That's tight.
And then after that, you know, I have maybe 2 or 3 other EPs I'm gonna hit y'all with this year that you know, I'll let y'all hear that once those are, you know, more confirmed and everything.
Dope.
But
looking forward to it.
Yeah, man, I just, you know, after Light of Day, and you know, I just feel like at this point rapping has become a lot easier, you know, because I have so much content that I can really give, and you know, so I want to take advantage of this clarity that I have, you know, because you know, my other projects, they took me a while to make, and It's nothing wrong with that. You know,
Right.
when you're trying to put together a solid body of work, sometimes it take you a longer amount of time.
Yes.
But you know, as of late, I just noticed that I'm able to kind of come up with solid concepts and rhymes in a quicker way, and you know, I don't want to second guess that or try to run this. If I can give y'all multiple projects in a year, then I'm gonna do it. You know?
If you in your groove, and let that shit,
Yeah.
let it show.
Yeah, for sure.
For sure. That's tight though. That's dope. So yeah, definitely looking forward to the music. So I have to ask you, we're gonna do your FlygerWoods EP.
Mm-hmm.
What is your favorite track? The track you would showcase, and the track you had the most fun making.
Oh man, y'all coming with it. Y'all pod. You pod.
Hey, appreciate it.
Hey, IG Live. This man is pod.
Hey, you know how we do it here. You already know.
Yo, so all right, cool. So, favorite track off of FlygerWoods is Kickback.
Okay.
Produced by Rodeo Joe, who actually produced Back to Back.
Yeah, I saw that.
Definitely.
It's nice. Didn't he didn't he just sing the hook for it as well?
Yes, sir.
Okay, yeah. No, that was real smooth. That was real, like, I got Cushion Orange Juice vibes from that.
Oh, if you got that vibe, you should check out his project. He just
word?
dropped the record 1-800-FUNK. I'm actually on there as well.
Okay.
And I'm actually the only feature on there, which is dope.
Okay,
you know?
cool. I'm gonna check that out.
Yeah. Nah, if you rock with that, you'll definitely ride with 1-800-FUNK.
Okay, for sure.
But all right, so that's favorite track. Second track, you said what was my favorite? What was the funnest one to create?
Which track would you showcase, and which one was the most you had fun with?
Okay, the track that I would showcase off of that, man. So, you know, it's crazy because I just listened to this the other day and it was a sleeper.
Mm-hmm.
But the final record on there, Right Back.
Okay.
That wasn't always. I mean, the subject of it was always my favorite because it's speaking about, you know, having a lady, you know, and you know, you being out and other, you know, girls might be choosing or whatever, but you know, you never minding that temptation because you love who you with.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I love the subject. It wasn't always my go-to record, but I just listened to that the other day, and I'm like, man, like, this is actually, like...
Yeah.
So, right now, that's what I would showcase.
Okay.
The funnest track to make had to be Vibe House.
Vibe House?
It's a record featured with myself, featuring and produced by Dylan Cole, who I believe goes by Cowboy Jones.
But got a lot of cool names.
Yeah.
That shit's tight.
Tame the Aspiring Me and Preach Coltrane. That was a fun record because, man, so we created that the day after we did a show at Mango's. Rest in peace to Mango's. For those that don't know, Mango's was this venue that was right next to Avant Garden. I think they ended up changing it to like a coffee shop or something. But
I seen that coffee shop.
Yeah. But we used to do hella shows at Mango's. So shout out to what used to be. But we all did a showcase that night. I mean, the night before. Then the night after, me and Tame the Aspiring Me. We had a studio session, like studio hours blocked off and scheduled. So the homies pulled up. Cowboy Jones happened to have a beat that was just laying around, and he had a verse to it. So he played it, and he laid his verse. I came up with a verse, laid that.
Right.
Tame came up with the hook, then Preach ended it with his verse. And it was like, man, like, just the energy and just how fluent everything was in that session, man. I'll never forget it, man. It was super dope.
That's tight.
So yeah, those would be the three.
Okay, cool.
For sure.
So now we're on to the next one. We gotta do for MMNIT.
Okay.
Which one is your favorite? Which you showcase and your most fun making?
Okay. Favorite track off of MMNIT. I would say what is the favorite track that I've like gone back to. Man, it's a.
That's why I like asking it for the artist.
Nah, I like that question because now I'm really having to go back and just really listen. All right, based on what I still like am just ride around jamming. I would say my favorite record on there is 10 on 12.
Okay.
Actually, no. I take that back. Other Side is my favorite record on there.
That sounds good. I like that.
Other Side.
Yeah.
That's one of those records where I really had to go back and just Other Side is my favorite record. The record I would showcase is Grateful.
Okay.
The last track.
That was nice too. That was a great outro. That was really hard because I was listening. I was like, dang. As I was listening, I was like, man, this would be a dope outro. And then it ended. I was like, oh, okay,
that's it.
Yeah. That's what's up.
For sure, man. And my favorite, the one I had the most fun making. Man, I can't even hold you, man. You know what? Right now, I'm gonna say I had the most fun with making Get From Round Me. And the reason I say that is because my homie who produced it and who's on it, Mark Drew, he had that record. He made that record for me, with me in mind. And the following, I had a week to write it because in a week's at that time in a week he was gonna open for Mike Jones at the House of Blues.
That's tight.
And he was like, yo, if you can come up with this verse, you know what I'm saying, we can maybe perform this joint.
Oh yeah.
So I came up with the verse pretty fast. And man, I actually said a lot in that verse, man. And I came up with the verse, and he brought me out to rap it, and it was super dope rapping it. It was one of those shows where you couldn't see everybody in the crowd,
right.
But man, the audio was dope, and it's always been fun rocking with Mark Drew. He's a great musician, great producer, and just a great friend. So it's always been fun, collaborating and just rhyming and recording and rhyming with him.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm surprised you didn't say Squad for none of them.
Man, I thought of that, and Squad really was a lot of fun making, and I definitely thought of that. But man, and you know what? Next week it might change. But if you're just asking me right now,
that's what you're going on.
I'm just trying to think of the process of each of them,
right.
That kind of made it more exciting because with that I really did just have a week to, what I'm saying?
That's the real artist stuff, though. You know what I'm saying? Hey, you got to get it down, record it, and get it out, and start performing. So that's dope. That's really dope. Yeah. Squad is how I got introduced to you. I can't remember. I think I was just that's when I first followed you and everything, and I went to your link, and I guess that's when you just had dropped it or something. And I've been rocking that song ever since. Every once in a while, he was squat.
Shout out to Tame, inspiring me, man. That was around the time. So he had 30 records that were just unreleased, and he played me that joint, and I think he wasn't gonna do anything with it. He was just gonna scrap it, and I was like, wait, hold on. I understand that you're because of how creative you are, that might be dated to you, but no,
that's
if you're not gonna do nothing with that, I can put a verse, you know what I'm saying?
That was a dope track.
Bruh, yeah. And so that I would say, look, I would put that up there. That's a contender.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
I definitely recorded my verse in multiple places, and but that was a lot of fun. The mixing and mastering of it was fun as well. We even, performed that record a few times as well.
I like your ad-libs. Your ad-libs are really dope.
Yeah. I mean, I learned, I picked up, what I can from, listening to him, and I just wanted to make sure that I came with it on mine, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, definitely matched really well.
Yeah, thank you, man.
That's dope. Okay, so last but not least, we're gonna ask you the same question for Light of Day.
Okay. Best track on Light of Day. Well, my favorite track on Light of Day is No Sense.
Okay.
The track that I would best track that I would push and the most fun making.
Yes.
All right. Best track on there for me, No Sense. That's definitely my favorite. Track that I would push on that record, Be Happy.
Okay.
Actually, no. Track that I would push is The Loop. You know,
that's what I was thinking more of. I like that one.
The Loop would be, man. Shout out to the OG Big Mike, man. He really, I sent him that record and just the idea behind it, and he really brought it full circle.
Yeah.
Now my favorite track to make was Be Happy. I'll say that.
Okay.
Now what inspired it may have not have been fun, but obviously coming up with that hook was was definitely a lot of fun. It's probably it was definitely a side of FlygerWoods that I haven't displayed too much. And that's what kind of made it so much fun to come up with that record.
Okay, dope.
Yeah,
man. That's dope. All right, man. So y'all hear those tracks? Check them out. They're all on Spotify, streaming platforms, all of that. Go ahead, check them out. It's from the artist himself, so give them a listen. Real quick, I want to ask you, who are your own influences? Cause y'all, you got a seasoned flow. Like, it's very seasoned.
Definitely.
So I want to know who you actually listen to, grew up listening to.
Man, a lot. I'll just give all my influences current, what started me rapping, everything. Definitely Lil Flip, Chameleonaire, Outkast for sure, MF Doom, Kid Cudi and Chip the Ripper.
Okay.
Just
so you listen to rappers, they be rapping.
And I mean definitely, and Max B, Cudi and Max B, and even Chip, because he does this as well. I studied them because they were some of the first artists that I listened to who were not traditional singers necessarily,
right? But
they knew how to hold a note well enough to match a lower tone with a higher tone, and that melodic, feeling is just super dope to me.
Yeah.
So those guys for sure.
Cudi's known for that now. They don't even know for rapping anymore. They know for his hums and his harmonizing.
Well, and he over the years his singing improved.
Oh yeah,
so
for
now
sure.
He doesn't even have to put stack a different tones. He can just go in there and
straight vocals.
Yeah. But
killing it.
For me, I'm not. I can hold a note, but I'm not, finna. That ain't what you gonna get from Flyer. But
ain't nothing wrong with that, bro.
But
so you gotta look at it, because if you got that, it'd have been too easy. Gotta be oh man, I made it too easy for that man. So
exactly. And I mean Black Thought, and just I have so many influences, but these were kind of the people that I, that got me rapping. Lupe Fiasco, Ye. So
New Year, oh yeah.
Man, I'll be honest with you, just Ye, period.
Okay.
And
you're not one of those. So
let me tell you why. So I'll be honest. I was one of those people when he began to wear the MAGA hats and things. I wrote him off and this, that, and the third.
I feel like most people did.
Yeah. Now my fiance, however, she understood what was going on, and she may have not have agreed with everything, but she understood at that time he wasn't well, and we kind of watched him recover, and now I'm happy for him.
A lot better now.
I enjoyed the last album he did. I enjoyed Sunday Service. We went to when he was down here. We went to that one. Bro,
what was that?
That experience was crazy.
Man, that's everybody said.
Bro, I'm not gonna hold you, man. It's one thing watching the videos, but seeing it and just feeling it in person, like it's real.
Because when I go to church, when I did go to church, it's ages ago. I didn't like the word. Every once in a while, I get moved by it, but most times I really got moved by the choir. But the choir, that's what got me going. Like, and so I can imagine, because listen to the Sunday Service album. I don't really do gospel like that, but it was one of the songs I had to add to the playlist. I was like, okay, now this is hard, and just listening to it. I was listening on Sunday. I was like, yeah, this is definitely. I feel like I'm getting my church right here.
Yeah,
so
man.
I can imagine. Dang. That's
and
tight.
so like I say, I'm at a point. Sure, I don't agree with everything he might agree with, but we have to be honest. Like, it's the same. Yay. The only difference is back then he was saying outrageous things that maybe we agreed with.
Right.
George Bush doesn't care about black people. I'm gonna let you finish, but Beyonce had the. That's kind of that's like, you know what I'm saying, that's kind of him being a jerk, but it's kind of, we just kind of was like, well, he kind of got a point, so it's not like he's different. He's just, now he's giving his opinion and how he feels about things, and we don't agree with him necessarily.
For sure.
And everybody makes mistakes. Everybody falls from grace, and I feel like if you and I'm not trying to get into a religious thing, but if you call yourself someone who believes in God, then you have to allow people to make mistakes and learn from them. And to be honest with y'all, man, Ye bridged that gap for me. Before Kanye, I wasn't really listening to Common and Tribe and Talib and all that. It wasn't until Kanye in like 2004, when I heard him rap, it was like dope enough for me as a teenager to gravitate towards. Right. And then it's like, okay, well, he has these artists like on his records, and he's always talking about Tribe, and who are they? Let me go back and listen. Exactly. And so when I went back and listened, it was just like, oh wow, like, so you don't have to be a gangster to, because as a teenager, I was rapping about all kind of stuff I wasn't doing. Guns, cars, I was walking. You know what I'm saying? I never shot a gun, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Girls, I was getting rejected. You know what I'm saying? Like,
it happens.
But because I didn't know no better, I'm like, well, if I don't rap about this, what can I rap about?
Exactly.
And so he introduced me to, I guess what you would call conscious or backpack rap, that showed me, you can just be a regular person and still be dope.
Right.
And that helped because, I've never had to have my card pulled, because I'm rapping about stuff I don't live. Like, that'd be the worst. Like, you rapping as a thug, and then
somebody
thugs press you, and it's like, well, I don't have a gun,
Yeah,
I'm not. This ain't.
It's just for entertainment. Like,
that's worse. Like, I've never, even. And the thing is, the dope thing about it, like the guys that I knew that was involved in that street realm, they respected it because they knew that I was being myself.
Right.
And so anywhere I've went, I've always been in a cool environment. I've never had to fear for getting robbed or nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? Not saying that people don't do that. I just, when you carry yourself a certain way, you don't attract that kind of energy.
It's authenticity, man. Yeah. People can see that. Like, they can see it, feel it, like all that. And if you're trying to be somebody you're not, somebody's going to try you. So that shit, if you don't know that, I don't know where you been.
Yeah. And I can't front, his shoes is hard. You know what I'm saying? These joints is comfortable.
Those are Yeezys?
Yeah,
those are clean.
Yeah, man. You know what I'm saying? Just to show the camera.
Hey, it's slight place.
Yeah, but nah, these joints is crazy.
No.
Like, and so it's like,
that's tight.
Yeah, and the thing is, I see a lot of people still were wearing Yeezys, so you have to think, who really wrote them off? Because, like, a lot of people, even if they're saying, man, I don't even like Kanye, they are wearing his stuff, bro.
They're wearing his stuff.
But
also, I feel like, it's not the like the white community that wrote them off. Maybe I feel like they wrote them off for the Taylor Swift stuff. The real people that wrote them off was the black people. Yeah, that's really what it was. And then even still, that was like 50-50 because most black people was like, he ain't got nothing to do with me, so I don't care. I'm gonna still listen to his music, or I'm gonna buy his clothes, his merch, or whatever. Or the other half was like, oh, he support Trump, I can't support him. With that, I feel like he relates to Trump because Trump is just as much as an ass. No, 10 times more of an asshole than Kanye is, and Kanye's an asshole, so he has respect for him because he's in the position he's in. So again, that's like you said, how you looked at Kanye, he's looking the same way at Donald Trump, like, oh, he can do it, I can do it too. Mm-hmm. And so he's just he's also in a different tax bracket. Of course, he's gonna be side more with Republicans. They make more money, usually. But you know, this is not a politic podcast, so I'm not gonna get into that.
Yeah.
But definitely, that's dope. That's dope too.
And I mean, I felt like, you know, once he, you know, kind of regained things and he was able to be around his, you know, day one friends like GLC.
That's what he needed.
Yeah,
he needed that.
you know, I think they were the people that were able to finally reach him. Like, yo, you can have your own opinion. It's always been that way, but this is why you can't do that. Mm-hmm. So if you notice, he's not sporting that MAGA hat anymore. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not, like I say, I don't have to agree with everything. However, I do like that he's putting a message of light out there. Mm-hmm. You know, it is.
Yeah, no, for sure.
You know, I said it in Grateful, in you know, in that record, with so much darkness in the industry. You know, it's a lot. It's you know, and this is for a deeper conversation, maybe at another time. But it's a lot of, you know, messages and just, you know, images and just agendas of darkness that are being pushed. So I mean, with him, you know, pushing light and love and, you know, just that kind of stuff, I can't be mad at that. You know, and I would be a hypocrite if I, you know, denied that. You know what I'm saying?
People aren't used to it anymore. I can't remember the last time somebody on that platform other than like Kirk Franklin doing like some gospel stuff.
Him, Jesus Walks. First album.
Exactly. But look how long ago that was.
Single.
You see what I'm saying? Like how long ago that was.
Yeah.
Like the closest he got to that was to the Life of Pablo. And honestly, if Kanye's on the way he's on now, that stuff was like blasphemy, damn near. Actually, it is, because the way the stuff he was talking about is just, it's contradicting what he's trying to push. And I think he realized that over time. He's like, if I really want to push this message and everything, I have to do it the right way and have to be all in.
Yeah, like people have asked him if he's gonna still perform those old records, and it's like,
he said, yeah.
If he does, he's definitely changing some of the lyrics. Mm-hmm. Like when we went to the Sunday service here, the choir they did Father Stretch My Hands, you know, but of course he didn't do the verse,
right?
You know what I'm saying? But yeah, you know, it's. You know, and I mean, if you want to listen to the it's all there.
It's not gonna change.
Yeah, but you know, man. I like I say, man, I can't. Whether I agree with him or not, I would be lying to y'all if I said he didn't have a big impact on me as an artist and even just as a person. You know.
Nah, facts. Same here. I used to go to sleep to that man album. Like Late Registration, I would go to sleep. Bro. Wake up in the morning listening to that album, like
clean
nonstop.
The house to it.
Everything.
Man.
Everything.
Yeah. I used to pop my collar up and stuff. Like, bro, trust me, that I was.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, he was definitely like, he's one of the hugest influences on our culture. In the past 10 years.
All time.
Yeah,
man.
yeah. Honestly, probably all time, because he was doing stuff people would never dare to do.
Yeah. Yeah, like look at
boundaries.
Look at how he came in. Like he came in during the Ice Age and when it was like gangster rap dominance, and he
brought the soul,
changed,
like soul music back, like in a different way, but he brought it back like into rap. That's crazy.
Yeah.
He definitely did it. Man, yeah, I could talk about Kanye all day, honestly.
Yeah,
it's a lot of Kanye haters, but I still got love for that man. He crazy. He's always gonna be crazy.
Yeah. But and NERD, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to Pharrell, shout out to Chad, Shay, like NERD, they definitely, you know, had a big. I going back to influence.
Yeah, I forgot. We started talking about Kanye. I forgot that was a question.
But that's how you know how much. You know what I'm saying? You can't deny the impact. You know what I'm saying? We could damn near do a whole podcast
off of that.
You know, so yeah, man.
No, for sure. So you got any other influences?
I mean, you know, I think I may have named them. Well, I guess as far as the genre of rap, you know, I may have named them all for now. I would be here all day, because even now, you know, I feel like, you know, there are a lot of people I'm leaving out, but then I'll mention them, and then when I get in the car, it's like, dang, I should have said, you know. So man, listen, you know,
I do that every podcast.
Yeah, if you're listening to my music and it just reminds you or gives you a vibe of anything 9 times out of 10, I was influenced by him. You know, I was listening to Fall Out Boy, Gym Class Heroes.
Hey.
I listened to, bro, I
classics.
I was influenced by a lot. And you may not hear that immediately in my music now, but yeah. Oh, one person I do have to definitely mention, Currency.
Okay.
Like, I can't forget, Currency is a huge influence, man.
Yeah,
like,
still got it strong, man.
Yeah.
It shows. It shows.
Like, he was one of, and you know what's dope about him? He was one of those people that successfully, made that transition from just doing what maybe he had to do at the time when he was with Cash Money to going independent and being himself,
and did it successfully
and made it work.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
He's like one of the like pioneers for that stuff. Like him, like Mac, like.
Yeah,
around like
Cool
that,
Kids.
like around that time, like they were the ones that was like, nah, we got a plan, let's stick to it, and it's gonna work, and it worked.
He is still the same person, even with all the Rolls Royces and stuff you might see him post. I promise you can go to him and speak to him. He is still the same person. None of that has changed him. You
Authenticity, man, that's important. You got to stay yourself, and you don't have to pretend to be nobody else because it's like. Somebody out there is gonna think you're cool, like no matter what, because somebody's like feel like they're lamer than you are, and then that's all in comparison, honestly, because you're as cool as you want to be if you want to be cool. But
I had to also realize that for myself, trust me, because I was, I went through a lot of phases in life, of depression, just insecurity, not knowing if I'm enough, and
very real. It's very real.
I'm here to say that everybody here and anybody listening, anybody watching, you're enough. You know what I'm saying? Y'all are enough. Important. It don't matter what your circumstances is, what you going through, what you into, like you are enough. Anything that you believe you can accomplish, you definitely can. And don't let anybody or any thoughts, convince you of otherwise, And that's not something easy to always do, but just always know, like, you are enough, whoever you are. You know what I'm saying? We enough. Like, y'all, you know what I'm saying? We are enough, bro.
That's facts. That's
you know what I'm saying?
Big facts. Hey, man, there's nothing else to it. There's nothing else we can say. We're going to go ahead and wrap this up. Here at the Common Interest, we ask you, what are you uninterested and interested in? So, for example, what I am uninterested in is people without a plan. That can only work for so long. It's cool when, you trying to figure yourself out. I feel like that's honestly, realistically, 22, 23, about that time you should need to figure something out. Because you get to that point, when you hit 25, things change. It levels up really quick, because that's like 21, you're an adult. It's like it ain't kicked in yet. By the time I'm 25, when you start getting about to get kicked off them parents' benefits and everything like that, so all that good stuff, it gets real. You got to figure something out. You got to make a move, make something happen, because you sitting your ass, it ain't gonna happen like that. Make a plan, figure it out. What I'm interested in, I don't know if I said this, but I'm pretty sure. Either way, I'm interested in 2020 in music from underground artists like yourself and mainstream artists as well. Like I feel like people like you're gonna thrive this year on forward, because that real rap is coming back. It's people are getting tired of diluted bullshit. It was cool, and it kind of that. You have to credit a little bit, because it did help elevate hip hop to the #1 genre, but it did its job. Now let's get back to the real. Like let's do what hip hop was made for and make it good again. And I feel like that's what's gonna happen 2020 and here on forward. So
thank you.
Yeah. So, and it's on you. What are you interested in?
I'm uninterested in gossip. I'm uninterested in focusing on and just only discussing the what other people got going on, and of course with gossip most of it is bad, and just what you got to say about this person and that person. Like I'm no longer entertaining any of that energy, you know what I'm saying, especially if you're talking about people that you call friends or this, that, and the third. Like if it's any issues that you got with someone, or if you just have certain opinions on them, like that's fine, but what are you about? That's that's what I'm more. I guess that's what I'm interested in. I want to know what people are about. I want to know what I can learn, from others, and what I can give others as well outside of rapping. You know what I'm saying? Just I'm interested in learning more. I'm uninterested in I'm uninterested in gossip. I don't care for shade, none of that kind of mess. You know what I'm saying? But I'm sorry for even saying the name of y'all platform.
It's okay. It's okay. We'll let it slide this time.
Yeah. Bleep that out. You know what I'm saying? But I'm uninterested in that. I'm interested in just more information for sure.
No, for sure. There's nothing wrong with that. It's dope, and it's a great interview. I appreciate you coming out.
Thank y'all for having me.
Anytime, man. You're welcome anytime. Looking forward to the new music you're gonna drop,
for sure.
And everything else you got going on. Do you have any shows coming up anytime soon?
Man, as far as shows, I may be performing at South by.
Oh, okay.
Once that is confirmed, I'll definitely pause, do the poor connection. Reconnect, yeah. I'll definitely, I will definitely, be posting that and keeping y'all updated. But that is a possibility. But other than that, nothing concrete at the moment.
Okay, ain't nothing wrong with that. It's on to big things. I feel it.
Absolutely.
All right. Cool. So we're gonna wrap it up. So don't forget to like, subscribe, share with a friend. Tell your mama, your daddy, your sister, your brother, your cousin. The cousin that's twice removed. Don't forget the twice. And and anybody if you think would be interested, man, show it out. We need the support. We're trying to monetize ourselves, so don't forget to donate. We have PayPal, we have Cash App, got a GoFundMe. So if you want to do that, that'd be cool. No, you don't have to. It's whatever. But we're broke, so help out with that. And also, if you're interested, we are also trying to look for sponsors. So if you would like to have this like an episode like this sponsored by you, hit us up. Hit us on Instagram. Check us DM. We got an email. Hit us on the email. Podcast at gmail.com. And just help us out. Help you. Yeah. And we're gonna wrap it up. Stay consistent with the vision because you've been blessed with another day with the mission. And thanks for tuning in. We are the Common Interest. This is FlygerWoods, and we'll catch y'all next time. Peace.
Go wide and make it no name. So why you can't be? Check me out, look. I love you all, but don't put it past none of y'all to send shade when the sun falls on the underdog. It's sad cause I give half of what I have, but some motherfuckers just want it all. Protect your heart. Naive, I believe that everyone is like me and wanna do the right thing like Spike Lee, despite being nice. They'd rather put spikes beneath my tires when I ride clean with this not what I mean. Lies, people are fucked up, just gotta face it. And being fucked up don't end a blood relation. Family could be the fakest, throw hatred towards your relationship. I love you from a distance and vanish before you break us. Why can't we just have happiness for our neighbors? Instead of feeling like they lapping us in the race that's in your mind and perception. You frowning at my blessings. It's all love, but I just got a question. Why you can't be happy with your bitch ass? Nothing was given. We had to go wide and make it happen on they bitch ass. I'm still humble, I ain't capping on your bitch ass. I wanna see you shine too. So why you can't be happy for me? Be happy.